my gosh guys, I have another art hack for you. Grab a sponge, something a little like this, put a little bit of water, not too much. This has literally changed my life. Then put the paint onto the sponge and spread it across the canvas. Wow.
Here's how I make my acrylic paint easier to blend. First, you want to take some thick, gloopy white acrylic paint, and I add some blender solution and some water. Then you want to stir that shiitake till it looks real nasty and add 2 coats of this to your painting. Mine turned blue because of the pencil. Here's me blending the background. It makes it a really soft look and it blends really easily and it kind of looks like oil paint.
Depending on how much of a custom color mix I have left over, I will just store it right in the syringe. They do come with a cap, which is really convenient, and I will put a piece of tape on it with the pigment and any medium I've used, and there you go.
Today, I'm going to show you how to turn this red cabbage into these watercolor paints. Chop up a cabbage. Simmer chopped cabbage in some boiling water. Remove the chunks. This veggie is pH sensitive, so you can change its color with acids like lime and vinegar, and bases like soap and baking soda. You'll want to add a substrate, like cornstarch, to give your ink some substance, and a binder to make your paint stick to the paper. Honey or syrup work. Once all the colors are mixed, I'm going to set them in the sun to dry. 1 to 2 days later, and you've got this. They work just like any other watercolors. So what if cabbage stinks? Cabbage inks.
Art hack, part 1. So a few years ago, I was feeling kind of, well, hello there. I was feeling kind of insecure about my line art. No matter what size nib I used, or the shading, or the coloring, everything I made, I just wasn't really happy with. And I just kept trying and trying and trying, and overall, I felt like a terrible artist. Hello again. What this does is drives the attention away from your line art. Yes, like you. The little mistakes won't be as obvious.
First is you flip the page and sketch the drawing that you want to draw. It doesn't have to be covering all of it, just the drawing that you want to. Place it on a paper, tape it so that it's gonna be stable. And after that, you outline the image. After you've done that, you remove the tape, and once you remove the paper, the sketch that you did will stick to the paper. So it's gonna look like this. Thank you for watching.
Hi guys, it's Julia. In today's video, I'll be showing you 6 soups and water. Get a flat brush like this, because we'll be doing the wet on wet technique. Cover your paper in a layer of water, then take some colors and put it on the water, and it blends really nicely together and gives like very cool bleeding gradient. Technique number 2 is really handy when you need to fix a mistake or make clouds or something like that. When your watercolor paint is still wet, dab at it. It'll lift the color very easily. Next one is dry brushing. Take a dry brush and put it in some paint, and it gives you a really cool like effect that you can use when making wood or anything. Number 4, layering. Take any paint color and put it on top of another. It's a really useful effect. Number 5, take a clean toothbrush and put it in some watercolor paint. Then flick the bristles of the toothbrush. You'll get a splattered paint look. Last technique is to put salt on top of wet watercolor. Looks so interesting when done.
Hey TikTok, today I'm going to show you an easy way to get your cheap colored pencils to look like they're expensive colored pencils. Nobody has to know we're broke. So first we're going to do a swatch with just like the regular Crayola, nothing done to it. Something like that. And then you're going to get water in a cup. This is my paint cup, that's why it's so nasty. Now we're going to give him a bath for maybe about 3 to 5 minutes, whatever you prefer. Now we're going to take him out, dry him off. And now that we broke down the first layer of wax, check it out. Boom. Happy drawing, and let me know if you guys want part 2.
Get some of this Gamsol, put a little bit of it in a cup, use a Q-tip, completely blurs all the colored pencil.
I went to college for art, and one thing I always remember, my art professor taught me to use plexiglass to mix paint on. That way you could see the colors as clear and everything like that. But this was sitting in my closet for a while and it dried out, so I was gonna throw it away, but I flipped it upside down and now it's a super cool abstract piece. I'm probably gonna hang it in my